Hey guys, for VEDA day number 27, I'm going to be doing my 6-month postpartum update for you guys. Now, little man was born just over 6 months ago, and I wanted to kind of talk about how the last 6 months have gone for me. Now, I've done his 6-month update, and I did a 6-month breastfeeding update, so I won't talk about that kind of stuff in this video. But this time around, it has been a different experience than what it was postpartum with my daughter. Now, just a little bit on how I was with postpartum following my daughter's birth. My recovery time and my pain level was much longer and a lot worse than what it was this time around. But one of the positive things that happened with my daughter's postpartum is that I dropped all of my baby weight within the first 3 months after she was born. So that was awesome. So now this time around, I tore with my son. I was cut with my daughter, and I tore, and so I thought that my recovery time and the pain level was going to be much more intense and just be drawn out, because I heard lots of different things about the differences between being cut and tearing. Well, it turns out for me, with tearing, my recovery time was much shorter, and my pain level wasn't even close to where it was at with my daughter's recovery from her birth. Now, I felt almost 100% back within the first month after he was born, and that was completely fabulous. Now, as for my weight and everything, I actually got back down to my pre-pregnancy weight at 4.5 months with my son. And the bad part about that this experience this time around is that ever since I kind of hit my goal at 4.5 months postpartum, I've been kind of yo-yoing with my weight, and it's been about a 5-pound yo-yo. I'll gain a little bit and then I'll lose it. I'll gain a little bit and I'll lose it. And it all depends on how much I'm exercising, what I'm eating. We do a lot of traveling and just going out and things like that in the summer. And when we travel and do a whole bunch of stuff, we don't eat the best if we're not at home making our own meals. So we haven't been eating the best, and so that is kind of attributing to my yo-yoing with my weight. But for me, I like to be right around 145 to 150 pounds, and I did weigh myself this morning, and I am at 152.6 pounds. So I'm just over that. Again, I would love to be under 150 pounds. That is where I feel most comfortable. But again, I've just been kind of yo-yoing here. We've had lots of stuff going on, and I kind of tend to eat my feelings and again, eat horribly when we travel and things like that, and it's all just a matter of me working out a little bit more, making better decisions, eating a little bit better when we travel, and just things like that. Another thing with my body wise, here 6 months out, postpartum with my son, is my tummy is a lot squishier than what it was postpartum with my daughter. Things aren't tightening up quite as quickly, and I still have the muffin top kind of squishiness, and that is just something I don't like, and it never truly went away postpartum with my daughter. And so this time it's just seeming that it's a little bit more difficult to get rid of, and I know that's just because it's been stretched out twice and just all of that, but I still have my stretch marks. You can still see them. They are no longer purple. They were purple, and now they are kind of a pink color, and I know in a few more months they'll be white again, because that's what happened with my daughter. They kind of went from purple to pink and then to white. You could still see them if you looked just right, but otherwise they did end up turning white. So I have my fingers crossed still that that's going to happen this time. Now again, I did a breastfeeding update with my son, or for my son, just a few days ago. So if you want to look back at that 6-month breastfeeding update, I kind of talk a little bit more about that in that video. But what I will say in this video is that postpartum with my daughter, and after I was finished pumping and nursing her, my breasts actually went down to be a smaller size than what they were before I became pregnant with my daughter. So I really appreciated that because I have a rather large chest, and so for them to be a little bit smaller, that was nice. But here with breastfeeding, nursing, and pumping with my son, my breasts are now larger than what they were when I was nursing and pumping and things with my daughter. So they are huge, and with it being August and 100 degrees plus, it is very uncomfortable and sweaty and just ugh. But nursing is going great, pumping is going great, my son is taking the bottle well, and again, I talk all about that in my 6-month breastfeeding update, so you can look back at that. Just a couple things that have happened here recently. In the last 4 months, I started using my Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair on my face, and so I have seen a definite decrease in all of the lines and things on my face. I did not use my Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair during pregnancy. I chose not to, and so just over the last, again, about 4 months, I've definitely seen a much improvement in my skin and everything with wrinkles and aging and that kind of stuff. So that is awesome. One thing that is still not the best is my skin. I do have a lot of acne still, but it is way better than what it was during my pregnancy. My skin was just kind of here and there, and it just was like a big, huge, clogged pore mess. And now I've been kind of testing out some cleansers and different natural things and stuff over the last 6 months, and my face is doing well. I still am getting some explosion things on my face, but other than that, my face is doing good. Something that's happened in the last few weeks, about 3 weeks ago, my hair has started to start thinning. Now, I have really thin hair to begin with, so during pregnancy I definitely notice that my hair is fuller. And so just in the last month, every time I brush my hair, wash my hair, more and more of it is starting to come out. So it is thinning, which makes me sad, but there's nothing I can do about it. So that is something that has happened. And something that just happened, it's we hit 6 months and AF decided to show up again. So it was nice for to have that, I think it was a 15-month break for no ant flow, but AF is back, and the first AF after baby is not very pleasant, but it's nice that she's back, and then maybe we can start regular cycles again, and that may lead into trying for baby number 3 next summer. I know I've gotten several questions since I've had my son if and when we're planning on baby number 3, and me and my husband just have barely talked about the subject. My husband wanted 2 kids and I wanted 4, and so we decided to compromise on 3, but we never know what the future is going to be like, what our situation is going to be like, but for right now we are planning on having 1 more addition to our family, and it's just kind of a when and stuff when we start talking about it and things like that. But if we do decide to have baby number 3, most likely we would start trying next summer. But yes, so anyways, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Overall, I am doing fabulous. Again, I just need to start working out and eating a little bit better, and that will come with fall coming and us having less things that we are traveling for and going out and doing. We are much less busy in the fall and winter months, as are most people. But anyways, you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow for VEDA day number 28. Bye guys.